Happy Fridays, Muskies. It's November 6th, 2014, and I'm Erin Kirby.
And I'm Alyssa Metz, and this is Xavier News.
Television Studio. This is Xavier News.
2-year-old nurse Carlisha Freeland was abducted on Sunday night in Philadelphia, just blocks away from her home. The abduction was caught on surveillance tape, which gave the police enforcement means to identify Delvin Barnes' vehicle. The next morning, Barnes was caught again on tape using Carlisha's ATM card in Jessup, Maryland. With help from the public, the FBI was able to locate Carlisha 3 days after her abduction, and Barnes was taken into custody. Prior to the kidnapping, Barnes had been charged with another abduction in Virginia, as well as capital murder, forcible rape, and malicious wounding with a chemical. Needless to say, Carlisha's mother was ecstatic with the police enforcement, tearfully stating, quote, "Thank you for being there for us. I'm taking my baby home," end quote.
A grand jury is set to deliver its decision on whether or not Officer Darren Wilson will be indicted following the death of Ferguson teen Michael Brown. In hopes of preventing further violence, Ferguson community members known as the Don't Shoot Coalition have released 19 rules of engagement that authorities should follow. Included in the rules are that, quote, the first priority shall be preservation of human life, end quote, and that, quote, police will give protesters a 48-hour advance notice before the grand jury decision is announced, end quote.
On Tuesday, Coast Guard rescuers airlifted a hunter from a remote Alaskan island after he was mauled by a group of bears. The 65-year-old man was with his hunting party when he was carrying a deer that they shot on Sally Island and the bears attacked. Lieutenant Joseph Slosher of the Coast Guard's 17th District remarked on the number of the bears, saying, quote, "The fact that there were 5 bears is an abnormality, and this serves as a reminder that anything can happen and we need to be aware of our surroundings," end quote. The injured hunter was flown to the Kodiak Municipal Airport and then handed over to emergency medical service.
Early Thursday morning, Leah Still arrived in Cincinnati in preparation for the Bengals' evening game against the Cleveland Browns. Leah, who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer this past summer, was set to see her father, Bengals defensive tackle Devin Still, play for the very first time. Still, who was previously cut from the Bengals, has dedicated each game this season to his 4-year-old daughter. Fans from all over the nation showed their support by purchasing Still's jersey and donating money to pediatric cancer research. As a result, the Bengals were able to present a $1 million check to Cincinnati Children's Hospital to aid with the research. Our thoughts and prayers continue to go out toward the Still family as Leah fights cancer.
2 people were rushed to the hospital on Wednesday night after being shot in Avondale. Cincinnati police say that the double shooting happened just after 5 p.m. The event is said to have taken place near Avon Park tennis courts. The victims were found on the 800th block of Cleveland Avenue, where they were rushed to the UC Medical Center. The victims' names and conditions have not yet been released.
It has been months since over 200 Nigerian schoolgirls were kidnapped by the Boko Haram terrorist group, and weeks since officials declared that the girls would be freed. On November 1st, leader Abubakar Shakil appeared in a video where he shared that the girls were married off after converting to Islam. According to Nigerian officials, Shakil didn't uphold his part of the negotiations, making it difficult for the girls to return home. Well, that's all from this desk. Have a great weekend and stay warm and dry. Up next, we've got Umi Savani and the Xavier Sports Report.
Friday, Xavier fans, and welcome to another edition of the Xavier Sports Report. I'm Amir Savani. The Muskies men's basketball team tips off its season in an exhibition bout with the Northwood tomorrow at the Cintas Center at 8 p.m. The Timberwolves are a Division II team from Midland, Michigan, who compete in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Xavier basketball finished 21-13 last season and 10-8 in the Big East, good for 6th in the conference's first year following realignment. Chris Mack welcomes back 6 players from last season, including preseason All-American Matt Stainbrook. The team will begin its quest to make its 9th NCAA tournament in 10 years next Friday when they host Northern Arizona at the Cintas Center. On the pitch, the men's soccer team aims to solidify its placement in the Big East tournament Friday when they host the Butler Bulldogs on senior night. Before the match, the program will recognize Matt Hill, Garrett Halfhill, Owen Steinwall, Will Walker, and Eric Oswald, Xavier's winningest class in the program's history for 4 years of excellence. XU is the favorite in the matchup. The Muskies are 7-1-1 at home this season and have not lost in regulation since August 31st. They are tied for second in the conference behind Providence and are just 2 points behind Creighton for first. A win on Friday night would cement Xavier's place as a top 2 seed in the Big East tournament. So get out to the pitch and support the graduating class on senior night. Let's move on to the court, where the Xavier volleyball team has a weekend of big matchups ahead. The ladies play Creighton tonight before hosting Georgetown tomorrow night. The Musketeers enter the weekend with a 15-10 record, 8-5 in the Big East and 5th in the conference. Creighton leads the Big East, while the Hoyas are ranked 8th. In their previous meetings, Creighton walked away with a straight-set victory on September 28th in Omaha, while the Muskies defeated Georgetown 3-1 on September 26th. XU will play 4 of its final 5 regular season matchups at the Cintas Center, getting a hometown advantage in its friendly confines to finish off the season. Special promotions are involved in both games. The Creighton matchup is Military Appreciation Night, where fans with military IDs receive free admission. Have younger siblings who are Xavier fans? Saturday night against the Hoyas is Junior Musketeers Day, where students grades K through 8 will receive free admission by showing their report card at the ticket window. The World Series just ended, but college baseball is only a few short months away. Xavier Baseball announced its 2015 season schedule on Wednesday. The defending Big East Championship Muskies will face conference rivals Seton Hall, Georgetown, and Butler, while squaring off with tournament teams like Indiana and Louisville. XU awaits a challenging schedule in which 26 of its opponents averaged 28.5 wins last season. The Musketeers are coming off a 30-29 campaign, which saw the team make its second all-time NCAA tournament appearance. The team won 1-2 in the Nashville Regional. The schedule opens on February 13th against the Army Black Knights, followed by series with Boston College and Wofford. That's it for this edition of the Xavier Sports Report. Good luck to all our athletes this weekend. I'm Amir Savani, and for everyone here at the studio, enjoy the games and have a great weekend.